Hello everyone, happy to be back in another reaction. This time we got a collab. Fern, Stern and I, we are collaborating. We are joining our forces. Her spirit guides and I don't really have a people, maybe just the shouters. Am I just coining my own subscriber's name? The shouters. I don't know. Let's see. I just had to think of something on the spot. The spirit guides, the shouters, Fern, Stone, Ben Shouts. We're here. We are reacting to Britney's discography. We reacted to her first album over on Fern's channel. That's either up now or it's coming out. I don't think we've worked out the kinks of that premiering them. You know, we're just going in with this YOLO in. So it's up. It'll be in the description link below, down below. Go check it out. However, we are here on this channel doing her second album. Her first album was a journey. We had to go through it. I think the second album is going to be quite similar in terms of where it's at with the 90s real vibe. I know this came out in 2000. Baby One More Time over on Fern's channel. This channel, Oops, I Did It Again. So these are like the big, massive songs and they're the album names. So I'm super keen to get into this with Fern. It was so much fun yesterday. I'm so keen just to have a ball with her again today. It's not going to be as great quality as in this quality, the HD-ness, so bear with us. It's our first time doing it. If you have a better way to be able to record, we live on the opposite sides of the world. Fern's in England, I'm in Australia, so we're doing our best. Hopefully you enjoy. I think it's pretty fun anyway. It was fun to film. It's just fun. You know, I gotta crack one of these in preparation to get into it. We're gonna be joined by Fern in 2 seconds. The next thing you see is gonna be me and her together. Let's get straight into it.
Hello, thank you for having me.
I am so excited. Obviously, we recorded and we reacted to Britney's first album. Everyone should be checking that out. I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this have seen you on your channel solo and they're probably dying over this little collab. I know that when we're in each other's comments, people are like them. They're like, this is the crossover I've always wanted. So I'm so honored, so happy, so honored you wanted to do a collab with me and react to Miss Britney Spears.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, like I started watching your videos just because it kept popping up. I didn't even realize we had crossover. Do you know what I mean? And then I commented being like a normal kind of sub sort of thing. Oh yeah, I feel like this. And then suddenly people were liking it. And then I asked you something on Instagram, like a YouTube question, like, oh, can you help me with this? And it all just bloomed from there. And I actually am so happy about it.
Same. Just the similarities, so different. If you were to look at us in a lineup and they're like, these are the two reactors, they're like, wow, they're so different, but the similarities between us, just the same thought.
Literally.
I said on your channel, and I say it here, it's like one of the only reactors that I like actually enjoy to watch, not to shade other reactors.
I appreciate it. No. It does become weird. Like when you become a reactor, it is weird watching other people's reactions. It does feel weird, so I get you.
And you don't want to change the way you react or like change your thoughts or what you like to do. So yeah, totally get it.
Exactly.
So we're here for our second album. We won't comment on the first one. You've got to go and watch what we thought of that. Oh yes, set it up.
Yeah.
Got to go watch that video to see what we thought of our first album. Be commenting on that. This is just purely second album. Oops, I did it again.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And obviously we know Oops, I Did It Again. Be crazy not to.
Yeah, and I think Stronger we'll both know. Looking at the tracks, I think we only said we might know Lucky, but that's really the only...
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
All right, the opening track, Oops, I Did It Again. Let's go.
Yes.
That's a strong way to open it up.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, it's almighty sinister.
Right go.
It's just so I did it again. I did
Yes.
it. I'm not that innocent.
Before you go, there's something I want you to have. Well, baby,
The comedy.
I went down and got it.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Oops, I do your heart. Oops, you innocent. Oops, I did it again.
Yes.
I'm not that innocent.
This is kind of a continuation, I suppose, from the conversation, but Max Martin is on that song, which makes sense. Obviously, like we discussed.
Of course.
It starts off exactly how that first album, we were just rocking out. It's like a karaoke. Obviously, it's so well known, but it's so interesting. The first lead opening song is the biggest song from the album.
We kind of discussed on my video yesterday, obviously go check it out, but like we were saying about how it's interesting that like the first songs are the bangers and the rest aren't. Obviously we go into that a bit more on the other video, but it is interesting how it works like that.
Yeah, it's just, I'm not sure if it's designed that way or if that's how albums, I just don't remember albums really being like that. Like, you know, even from other, you know, like Bewitched or, I'm just trying to think about you know, big kind of.
No, I know what you mean.
Obviously we know, obviously we love it. Such a bang. It feels a lot longer than 3 minutes. It's the song where it's like, and here's another chorus, like we experienced on the songs we, you know, maybe weren't great. Oh, we're still going with this. Oops, I did it. I'm like, all right, let's wrap it up now.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Like the repetitive choruses then are crazy. I mean, I feel like the repetition in the chorus on that song, I can't hate as much as some of the other ones we've heard, but it is still like, oh my God, really another chorus? Like the way it comes in slaps so hard that it should have just ended on that too or something.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not going to hate it because obviously it's a banger, but I'm just like, oh God.
I fucking love that song. Like it's actually so powerful. Like it literally has that, like the way it slaps. It's, oh, like you just feel it, like, you know? Oh my God, it's so good.
And in terms of like a sophomore album, that's the second, right? Is that what Americans call it? I don't know. It's like the second album.
I don't know, something like that. I'm rubbish with stuff like that.
I think like to be the opening song to your second album, like Slade, like you're definitely, you know, this is her when she's like really starting to become the peak of her career, I think.
Oh yeah.
Next song, Stronger. Obviously we know this one. Let's go.
Yeah, literally. It's so funny because every time I sing it's out of time and really loud.
This is so empowering.
Literally. It's good. Oh my fucking God.
Just how that instrument comes, that like to mirror the start of it, so nice.
So good. And it's funny because it made me think of me and my cousin. We're like really close, but we used to like, when we were like 14 and 15, we used to listen to Britney all the time. And this is one of the songs that used to be on repeat. And we used to be in our living room making up like dances, stronger, you know, as teenagers. We're obsessed with this song, and she, as well as I, used to like do the Britney voice, you know, the hush, just stop, there's nothing you can do. But like, so we were so much better at it then, though, and like we would do it all the time. But even funnier, sorry, I'm going on a tangent, but even funnier, like I think it might have been a couple of years ago now. She got quite drunk at like a karaoke. There was a karaoke thing, and she spent the whole night singing Britney to like her family and friends, and she wouldn't get off the karaoke machine, just being Britney all night. Being serious though, you know, like not laughing.
Love it. I don't know when she sings that. Maybe it is on the first album when she's like, "My loneliness is killing me," and is that? And then on this one, she's like,
yeah.
"My loneliness ain't killing me no more." I'm like, yes, like the sick little correlation.
Ben, I didn't even think of that. Why did I not even think of that?
Yeah, that's like like
awesome.
Story arc. She's like, "My loneliness ain't killing me anymore. I'm stronger. Let's go. I'm ready to slay."
I feel like I'm so stupid sometimes. That's so cool. I love that I know that now. I do this all the time. There are like songs from like even Lady Gaga songs now that I listen to now and go, oh, I get it.
Yeah, but sometimes I like when production is so good. Like I'm a very lyrical person. If I don't vibe the lyric, I genuinely don't like the song. But sometimes production can just carry you through.
That's so true, actually. I think that's it. I've always loved like the singing and the vibe, but I never concentrated on the words for quite a lot of Britney songs, I suppose. For me as well, if I don't like production of a song, the lyrics can help me out too. Do you know what I mean? They make me like it as well.
And then when you get both, like, oh my God, stop.
Perfection. That is such a good song. Again, maybe a little bit sad because I'm like, she's really trying to be her here, it feels like. And yeah, wow, I love it.
Yeah, I love those two. I'm kind of scared now because obviously they're the two bangers of the album.
I know.
And maybe there is more throughout, but only a year later. Like this only came out a year after the first, which is a quick turnaround.
That is crazy.
Don't go knocking on my door. Let's go. Oh, we're going R&B.
Very. Okay, I love it. obsessed.
Go knocking on my door.
Oh.
That was so cheeky.
Go knocking on my door.
Give me Destiny's Child.
Do what you want. Go knocking on my door.
Mm.
Ew. I can't believe you said that. You don't think I'm like that, do you?
You are.
What?
Next minute you're freaking out. It's like you're never satisfied.
Oh, that's cool.
I just know it.
It leads into the next song.
So cute. I love, so like she's already got a bit of like conceptual vibes now, like with the song lead in, same kind of theme, which I like, you know, already from that first album, you can see the progression from her, which is so cool.
I was so worried. I was like, oh, here we go. And I was just straight away like, I'm obsessed. I love it.
That door bit where it was like pause door, I was like waiting for it, but it never came. So it kind of like kept you hooked because you're like, I want to hear it again, but just having it once makes it so much more memorable.
Yes, literally. And that is what, like, I've mentioned in videos before, but that's called tension in a song. And like when you feel tension in a song, it makes you excited for the release. And then it just keeps happening, like tension and release. I call it edging, music edging.
What's that?
Nothing. But anyway, literally like this feeling of like,
Yeah.
and that's what makes a good song, because it's like you're constantly being kept on your toes and then feeling like little euphoric moments of, oh my god, that's so good, oh, you know, like,
Yeah.
so it's just, oh, that is really good. And I loved how rhythmic it was. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, and just like the talking she brings in again, like obviously we heard it on Oops, I Did It Again, so it's like nice to see the continuity. Again, just gives it a bit more conceptual, which I love conceptual albums, I think, more than standalones.
Yeah.
Again, her personality is coming through like more so, which is exciting.
That's exactly it. And it's cool how it led into the next song as
Yeah.
well.
Wow.
Phew.
And I love how they're like, you know, girl, you're always like that. And she's like, what?
Like, yeah, sometimes you just freak out.
Country twang kind of like in her voice as well, which is really cute to hear.
Oh, so cute. Yeah, because I think she is like from like Texas or something, isn't
Yeah,
she?
I'm pretty sure.
I think so. I probably could be wrong, but
Somewhere in America.
yeah, you know the place America. Have you heard of it?
So that leads into brackets, I can't get no, and then satisfaction. Let's go. I've just slowing it down now.
Oh, it is a cover of Rolling Stones. I was wondering if it would be.
Do that.
I really like that. Satisfaction. I know. The way that shifted into that.
Very sexy.
Yes. No. Oh my gosh. I love this. Action. Action.
Can't get no satisfaction, baby.
And it ran into the next one with the laugh.
Ooh, what is going on?
Yeah.
In gaps. So interesting for a cover to come, I guess, on any album, but like especially like so soon into the track listing. Works so well. Just from like, don't go knock on my door. And it's like now they're fighting, but now she's like, I can't get no satisfaction. I just need your satisfaction.
Exactly. And the thing is, she put like in the verses and stuff, they were her lyrics, if that makes sense. Like it was just like the chorus that was like covered, because in the original it was like, I can't get no satisfaction, but then it has like something else going on in the other bits. I don't even know, but it definitely doesn't say stuff about, you know, skirts and identity and stuff. So I was like, I like that bit when she was saying like, I have my own identity and all that. Oh, yeah, that's empowering and sad again.
Yeah, and then she's saying that dude coming on the radio, she's like, I don't need you to tell, like, you're giving me pointless information. So I like that whole, it's just really pushing away the dudes and that controlling vibe, which is, again, ironic.
Yes.
Like we keep saying, it's ironic
Yeah.
fighting for this stuff in her music, but obviously behind the scenes stuff that eventually.
I know, yeah. And I don't know if you've ever seen like old like interviews of Britney Spears, but they were always asking her about like her virginity and sex and marriage and, you know, just really anti-feminist basically and just really misogynistic.
Yeah.
And even women did it to her as well. She was just really fucking treated like shit. Do you know what I mean? So I do like that she makes songs like this. I feel she had more like input on it rather than the last album. It feels like she's really said, I wanted to sing a song. I don't know if you've got the writers on your phone or anything.
Yeah, and she hasn't written anything yet. Obviously that one's
crazy.
The last song before this that we really like had Max Martin on it, which no brainer. Just got the Rolling Stones dudes as the writers.
Right,
But like,
that's interesting.
Even though she hasn't written them, they still sound like her songs. Whereas, like we said, some of the
That's it.
first album was like anyone could sing this, or you don't sound like you're.
That's exactly it. This actually feels like someone was there having her back and wanting to get her thoughts across. There was someone there who really was trying that for her, and I really liked that. And you could feel the conviction in her voice too.
Yeah, I said when it was. Obviously, it gets too loud sometimes, so I'm like shouting to anyone watching. They're gonna be like, "Girl, she can't hear." But it's like it's still got that quintessential like '90s vibe where it sounds dated but still enjoyable. You know, what is this 22 years later? So I really like that. It's still we can still vibe to it, have fun, but then when it kept going, I was like, okay, I'm falling back into the 90s again. I'm like, all right.
That's it. There's a 4.5 minute song. It could have been a 3.5 minute song because it didn't need that many choruses. I know she's adding little bits on top of it, but it gets old. It's like, okay, we get you could do all these bits, but just contain it. It's more fun when we hear like a couple.
Yeah.
You know?
And I know a lot of people comment, they're like, oh, you don't get music used to be long. And I'm like, no, babe, like one of my favorite Ethel Cain songs is over 7 minutes. It's not that I don't enjoy long songs. It's they've got to be interesting or be going somewhere when it's
keep
just
evolving.
And like teaching us something new. When she just keeps saying I can't get no satisfaction, I'm like, I get it, you can't get satisfaction, so what are you what are you gonna do?
Literally. Yeah, like what's the next part? Exactly. Actually, I was listening to Gibson Girl earlier because I was like, I really want to learn it. I want to do a cover of one, but I don't play an instrument, so I'd have to do like a whole thing. So I was like, what do I do? I want to sing all these amazing songs from Ethel Cain. I just love her. Love her. And it's so funny because I asked Ben, I asked you out of nowhere, I was like, oh, have you ever listened to Ethel Cain? Because I didn't know you'd reacted to her yet, and I'd done it that day, and you're like, yes, I love it, oh my god, she's amazing. And I was just like, oh good, because I was going to tell you to react to it if you haven't.
I know. I think I got her. It was her and Nicole. I can't pronounce her last name. Very similar kind of vibe. I'll message you her name because I think you'd like it. But for like months and months, it was Ethel Cain, and I like looked at it. I looked them up, and I was like, oh, they look a bit creepy. I was like, oh, I'm going down this pop and all this. So I just kind of, and then I was like, oh, I'm just going to randomly do. I did it in Nicole, and I was like, oh my god. And I was like, right, I've got to do Ethel. And the first EP I listened to, I was like, oh my god, why did I take this long to get onto her?
I know. When people kept mentioning Ethel Cain, and I was like, I've never heard of this girl. I don't know who she is. And I was like, but you know, I guess I'm going to do it because on every video it was like Ethel Cain. And I was like, why is she popping up? Because like I really don't know who she is. But I was like, I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. And my god, from the first song, I was like holding on to my seat, just like in it, like whoa.
There's not really, I think that's why, because there's not many people that have done it. So like when they've got someone who's done it, like, oh my god.
And again, it's me and you.
Yeah. I know.
I love that. We still got amazing comments on our videos from her, but just like, and her mum.
I know, so cute. I'm like, we need this an Ethel Cain podcast because this is about Britney, and we're like, anyway, Ethel Cain.
I know, we're literally here going on a tangent about Ethel Cain. Why? Right, but no, that was a great song.
Oh yeah, I was like, did we talk about the song? Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was good. Good for a cover. I really liked it. She added her own spice to it, which was nice. The next song is Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know. Let's go.
Okay.
My friends say you're so in. Be the last to know.
I think I know this. I'm not sure if I love it.
The production has cool elements, and I like that almost.
Yeah.
It's like a Western kind of sound, like that.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
Asian-y.
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying. Some sort of like, I don't, yeah, like the sound,
Yeah.
like sort of a tranquil garden somewhere. Obviously, we're not very good with geography.
No.
So, like, obviously, we're not trying to be offensive or rubbish or ignorant. We're just terrible.
Yeah, but the lyrics, I'm just like,
Yeah, and like you said, there are some cool bits within the production. Like I keep going, oh, that's kind of cool. But then the all over vibe, I'm not into.
It's such a. I think when you've had 4 strong songs, a song that isn't going to match up, it stands out so much more. It's like, oh, really?
Exactly.
Let's get it over with. I like that bit though, the chorus.
I do. Not as bad as some of the ones we heard yesterday. Don't love that backing vocal.
Yeah.
What? Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Her vocal.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah, just the vocal. Like that little bit, that moment. Oh, God.
So Shania Twain is on that as a writer.
It does make sense.
It
makes sense.
There's that country western little thing that we'll talk
Yes, you got it.
I didn't like it though.
I feel like there were moments where I'd go, then I'd go, oh no. But like, you know, it's going up and down with like, that's cool. That's really not cool. Like that backing vocal that came in, the male one, I did not like that.
No, that sounded like boy band coming in.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's hard. I don't know. I didn't like it though. I did like the bits, you know, that we were saying like the Asian elements.
Yeah.
I did actually like those bits though. Like they actually added something that I was like, oh, I can like kind of get an imagery or a feeling with that. But then that's it.
It was almost like there was a few songs meshed together. It's like, which vibe are you trying? It didn't sound like a cool eclectic song. It was like, it sounds a bit mixed match to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm worried there a little bit.
I'm like, let's not go down this road. Let's pick it back up.
Yeah.
Number 6 is here. My favorite number. Is he going to give us the best song on the album? It is called What You See, in brackets, Is What You Get. Let's go. That sounds like I did it again. That sounds like Oops, I Did It Again.
Oops, I did it again. It does. It literally sounds like that. What the hell? Doo-dum.
Yeah, what the
that? I like that is so strange. Yeah, I guess let's see how it goes. That is really weird. That's so weird. Oh, yeah. That's also like it.
Yeah,
Hi, what's up? This is Britt, and I'm not in right now, so do your thing. I'm just kidding.
You're a nerd. You really need to change that message. All that money. She still wasn't happy.
Okay, so there's more to the story. It's not like,
why was that literally Oops, I Did It? It's not even the same people writing. I'm like, it literally was that song.
it was. It's funny because I want to say, like, I actually really liked it, but of course I did because it sounds like Oops, I Did It Again.
I really like the message, like, is that empowering thing. But then halfway through, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is just the same song. So it's like, yeah, it's cool.
It's literally the same.
Halfway through it as well, I was like, I think I prefer the first album.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I don't know, like, it just felt more, and maybe it's because it was a bit tacky and a bit cheesy, so it was a bit fun. Whereas this one almost is, it's a lot more serious. If you're going to be more serious, make it really good. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And also what you see is what you get. Like, obviously I like the message, you know, it's been the same message in every song almost now. And I'm not saying you can't keep repeating it, but like at the same time, don't then also repeat the instrumental of Oops, I Did It Again.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying it's a repeat, but it's so the same.
It's undeniably the same. Like even when she did that weird, like
Yeah.
that was like oh, I thought that lady dropped it over the ocean. Like that was literally that.
Exactly. That was mad.
Yeah,
That
interesting.
is really weird why that happened. Again, maybe another filler, but also trying to like go, oh, you liked Oops, I Did It Again, so I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
That's so odd.
Kind of makes it a bit more insulting. Don't just give us the same song or like the same kind of vibe.
Yeah. In a weird way, it feels like they released Oops, I Did It Again, saw how well it done, and then made that song.
Yeah, because there's no way that they were coincidentally done on their own.
No.
The only thing I really liked was the continuity of like the voice message and like that kind of theme that we've kind of had throughout. I don't know. I'm not vibing as much, but I don't know if I don't know. We'll see what happens, I suppose.
Yeah, and also I just want to say, like, it's funny because yesterday, even though there were songs that we really just didn't like, it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like you pretty much said that already, but I'm just kind of going off of that. It was funny because we were just like, oh, here we go. Whereas this one, it's like you're trying to like it, or you're trying to understand, or you can't laugh because it's not obviously cheesy. It's more like I don't know, like, a bit like you said as well, it's almost a bit cheeky that they've done that, a bit like, oh, okay, you're redoing the song. I can't find the words, but I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, literally, as you said, trying to make, in my head, I was like, it's almost like I'm trying to force myself to like it, and then you've just said it. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to vibe with it more because it feels like you should. It feels more serious and like more like pretty much like we were saying, like it feels like it's more her. It's a stronger album, but now it's like, okay, but we're not going anywhere. It's one
literally
almost like a song being a chorus. We're like, okay, the same song.
Yeah, and when you think of like Oops, I Did It Again and Stronger, and how much we were like, oh my god, this is so powerful, this is so amazing, that could have just been an album in itself, like with how good and fun they are. Imagine if the whole album carried that energy in that way, but changed bits up and did little bits over here. I don't know.
Because we've had such empowering songs, now we're like, you're still trying to empower us, but you're giving us a shitty ripoff.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, I think you said that perfectly, to be honest.
The next song is Lucky. Let's go.
This is a story about a girl named Lucky. Early morning, she went on the door. And they say she's so lucky. She's a star.
The candles out again.
In a dream.
I mean, it's kind of the vibe.
And ups, they go. Isn't she lovely?
That is lit. That is so weird. Both looked at each other like. I don't like that.
I do not like these songs. Are 3-minute 22. That sounded so long.
It felt like it went on forever.
It's the same song.
It was a stronger one though. It felt like the hush just stop.
Yes.
You know, it had a dim. Oh yeah, hush just stop. It was exactly the same. It wasn't even like a little bit similar. No, it was the same.
I love like self-referencing and like artists that do that. And not to say that they're not intelligent, but this isn't that type of vibe because they're not trying to self-reference. They're just trying to replicate it because it's not even a nod.
Exactly.
She's not saying something cute like I'm stronger than yesterday. Like, you know, that kind of lyric play is clever.
Yeah. That's true. It's just reusing it.
Yeah.
This is around the time, like, this came out in 2000. So it was around the time where it's like pop was really getting into that manufactured money way. So I really do think that a lot of it's to do with that, just it being very, I don't know, not nice actually.
All these comments, you're not about her. It's like, it's about the production and all that. And because she doesn't actually write them. And I don't know how much say if she's like, yes, I like that song or I like that song. But it's funny that none is really, like, she sounds great. Her voice is, doing awesome stuff.
Yeah.
See why they wanted to manipulate because her voice is so unique and does so many weird different things. It's funny that we're now, what is this, 7 tracks in? It just sounds so regurgitated.
Yeah, absolutely. And like that's it. I'm with you on that as well. It's nothing to do with Britney. It's to do with the production and the record label and the managers and agents and whatever. It literally feels how she was almost objectified into like a little pop dolly. It's hard to listen to, and yeah, she might have enjoyed it at the time and all this, but also she was really fucking young, you know. So like she's like, of course she's gonna enjoy celebrity lifestyle and like being able to sing on stage and have fun, but she might have also been in like this kind of autopilot mode. I mean, I can't talk for her, but this is all like, imagine this kind of autopilot of just keep doing it, do these things. And of course in some of the songs she's saying about, oh, don't judge me, don't do this, don't do that. She's saying that, but it still feels like there's control over her. Yeah.
With that song especially, I got like a Hannah Montana vibe, because obviously Lucky is the fame. I'm gonna presume like they're playing it on like Lucky is Britney, like it's her fame. So while you know, obviously you've got that storyline there. It's like if you know, Miley Cyrus has come out and said, you know, when she was playing Hannah Montana, she had this body dysmorphia. It's like she didn't know who she was. It just really gave me those kind of vibes. It's like if Miley come out with that, I can imagine that Britney, you know, had to be this sweet sugar pop girl, and that would have really affected, you know, and I guess that's why when she did those albums that are a bit more scandalous or provocative, she hate, because it's like, no, you have to be this cute little Lucky girl. That's all we want.
Yes, literally. Funny that you bring up Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus, because now when you look at Miley Cyrus, she's doing what the fuck she wants and she's slaying it. I fucking love her, like her voice and the way she does it. I think she's amazing. And it's like, because she has the freedom to, you know, no one wants to stay this little pop cutie, because that's not actually normal. As women and as any human being, we are multiple things, you know. We can be cute, we can be, you know, whatever, but it doesn't mean you're always that one thing. So yeah.
And then like Britney does an interview, she's like, yeah, I just like the songs, guys, chill.
Yeah, she's like, what the fuck? I love these songs. They're the best thing I've ever done. I just don't believe that though.
No, and you can't believe that. And I think that's the thing. We're listening to this now 22 years later after seeing, you know, 12 years of her life in a conservatorship. So you
literally couldn't
go into this song and think, oh my God, that's so cute that she's singing about how lucky she is and that she's rich and famous. She hasn't had a lucky life.
Exactly, literally. So we do have the knowing, you know, we're in the future now, we know. So yeah.
The next song is called One Kiss From You. Let's see where we're going to go.
Okay, I'm a little bit nervous about the song name, I'm not going to lie.
Let's go.
Okay. I love that we just kind of like...
One kiss from you, without one kiss from you.
Oh, the lyrical content. Oh gosh. On and on. He literally said it as well.
What is so funny is that that's written by a guy. Remember, it's like a song.
Of course, it's just that whole vibe. And we were saying this on the last album. We were saying like how the whole vibe of I need you, I breathe you, everything to do with you is why I live. You know.
I've listened to so many love songs, you know, in the last year, you know, with Erection, and I'm like, there's so many. Even like, say we spoke about Dua Lipa's Physical. That song is like, hold on, just it's still like, I guess, pining for someone, but isn't it funny? It doesn't feel like that. It feels like you're like, oh my God, like, come on, just let's get physical. I don't know, like, it's just such a different feel, whereas this one is so whiny and whingy.
Yes.
It's definitely like a product, and I'm really glad this type of music and the way it's written and produced doesn't exist anymore, because I hate that.
Yes.
It's like, I don't like that one dude has written this whingy, whiny song for a woman. It's like, here you go, and it's like, what?
Exactly. You know, also when you hear love songs today, like Florence does, in a way, you know, there might be unrequited love, but they're so personal, the lyrics, and they feel it from the heart. And you know, I love songs where you can relate. I can't relate to this. I don't think I've ever felt that kind of one kiss from you will literally make my life a better thing. Like, I mean, no. I mean, maybe when you're a teenager.
Yeah, but now I'm like, honey, I need to be in the right mood. Like, I need to like make sure I feel good. Like, I don't want to kiss if I'm not ready for a kiss.
I'm exactly like that. No, and I think that's because we've grown up. We're adults. We know what we want. We have a say in it, and we don't. You know what she's actually singing is kind of toxic. You know, it's like, oh God, no. And also, you know, I know I might be young. I didn't like that, and because she was sexualized for being young, and so it's like, yeah, okay.
I did not expect this out. It's kind of so over it. I don't know how much like better the songs get lyrically, but I just need to see her as like a woman. Like, and I know this is like
Same.
a stronger album, but it just feels so young still.
It does.
I'm sure diehard Britney fans are not going to be happy that I guess we really picked at it. But it's not about Britney.
Yeah.
I don't like listening to her when it doesn't sound like it's what
Yeah.
she really wanted. I don't know.
I think diehard Britney fans will understand where we're coming from, because if they're diehard fans, then they care about Britney.
Yeah.
You know, and I think I don't think we are crazy to both, if we're both having these thoughts too. I think it makes sense. We can hear it. We're not stupid. We're not trying to go down a weird path just to make something controversial. It's like, no, it's quite obvious what it sounds like.
Yeah. Shit.
I believe. Shit. Yeah, shit.
Well, I don't think it's any better because the next song is "Where Are You Now."
Oh no, where are you? Oh, come back! I can't live without you. How do it sounded like that? That'd be quite funny.
Oh my, I was like, I just think of Justin Bieber's "Where Are You Now," but even that is a pining song, but it still sounds better. It's like, "Where are you now?" And it's again such a different message, and it's still similar kind of vibe. Where are you now? Let's go.
Calling out your name, your face is everywhere.
Bye.
In the sky, I never seem to win. It's
pretty guitar.
Where is your heart when I'm not baby? So I can let you go.
I love that. Got the air grabbing moments.
Close to me. Where are you now? What have you found?
Still 2 minutes left. Well, a minute and a half or whatever.
That is really hard.
I do like the guitar, yeah. You don't need another chorus. It could have ended on that one. It would have been all right. You're like, stop. We get it.
I can't believe the Max Martin is on that. That is the worst song I've ever heard by him.
Oh my gosh, is he? Yeah, I was going to say there were moments where I was like, that is quite nice, but a bit like the song that we heard. I can't remember what the song is now. The one that had like the nice little moments where you're like, oh, I like it. And then you're like, oh, no, I don't like it. Oh, I like it. I don't like it. So it did have moments like that. That's nice. And then it's like, okay. But
I really liked her voice towards the end. I think if they had ended on those really high notes, you would have almost forgotten the rest of the song because you would have just been focused on. But then they're like, and another minute. It's just that classic.
Yes.
Like, oh, just stop.
Yeah. It could have ended then and it would have been all right, you know, and I said, I don't, you know, about a minute ago. But then it just carried on and it was like, oh, I can't deal with it. I know it was the way of what it was like back then.
Well, to continue on the theme of being a hopeless person, the next song is Can't Make You Love Me.
Let's get hopelessly devoted to the song.
Let's go.
I'm just a girl with a crush on you.
That sounds similar though.
I know. Hush, just stop. Again. That's so weird.
I'm still the girl you used to know. Alright.
Boring.
I just swallowed that. I was like, oh.
Literally, this crap.
You said that. Boring. Yeah, it's the same formula again.
Yeah.
I'm just a girl with a crush on you.
That Dun 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 was so distracting that you couldn't even appreciate the song.
No, it's annoying because it's like you hear the dun dun dun. It's same as Stronger. It even has Oops, I Did It Again vibe. It's like both of them mixed together. Now I don't know how. Yeah, you don't know how to like appreciate it because it's like, well, you've kind of ruined it for yourself by replicating. When there were other bits that were fun, I don't know, it leaves a sour taste.
Yeah, I think it's like you're trying to just rob us of a song by going, oh, you'll like this because you like that. It's like, no, like
Yes.
that song had so many elements and you just taken the iconic parts. So then when I hear this, all I think of is that song and I'm like, well, I could just go listen to that song. Why would I listen to this?
Yes, that's exactly it though. So it's like frustrating because like there were other little bits in it like that had like unique qualities. I was like, why didn't you just run with that? You know, if you could add little bits that are different, then why don't you just use those bits and make a completely different song?
The only thing I was thinking during, I'm like, I'm glad I'm reacting to it with you because I think on your own, I don't think I would actually have finished an album and posted. I would just be like, it's just not my vibe. So I think it's fun to like bounce off and at least experience the same things. It's like, am I going crazy? Like, is this just me thinking these?
Definitely, yeah, because you can like sometimes when you're on your own reacting, you can feel a bit and almost like an insecurity. Like, is this me? Yeah, like why don't I like it, but everyone loves it? You know, yeah. So it's kind of cool to be able to be like, okay, I think we're tuned in to each other on this.
Yeah, and I think I'm actually really keen to see what people prefer, this or the first album, or are they like her top 3 of her albums of all time? Like, would these rank quite high, or do people kind of have similar? Maybe they like the nostalgia factor of it, but I can't say they couldn't say that these are sonically incredible song or an album.
No. And I think, to be honest, with our subscribers that we do have, we've heard the music that they do like, and some of it is just so good. Yeah. So it's like I wouldn't be surprised if they could totally like feel what we're saying. I'm happy that we are reacting to it because, like you said, the further we get down the albums, then we'll go, oh, okay, you know, it's about the journey, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's like similar journeys to other artists that have gone back. You're like, oh wow, this did not age well, but that's just the product of the time. Is, you know, this is the 2000s. You know, like 22 years ago, women weren't saying, you know, the things that Ethel Cain is saying. It's like it's such a different market, different industry. So it's hard to, I guess, hold it to this standard of what we know now, but also isn't it crazy what 22 years can do?
Literally mad. And I feel like we've gone through like shifts quite fast as well, like, you know, with technology, social media, we've lived through all of that too. So like when we were kids, we were popping to Britney not knowing anything, and now we're in our 20s and 30s, our minds have completely changed, you know, about like that. And it's like, wow, we've done that in actually a short amount of time.
I think your 20s is where you just almost, it's like that's when you really are born, because up until like you're 16, 17, you really, it's not your life. Like your parents do control a huge majority of that, you know, most people who, you know, children with their parents. But then, you know, when you're 20, you think you know everything. It's not until like, I don't know, like 24 onwards where you start to actually learn life lessons, and that's when you really start to develop who you are. So it's funny that
completely
people are like, oh, I'm so old when they're 40. I'm like, baby, been alive probably for like 15 years, really. Like in reality.
Oh my God, I love that you said that. And like, obviously I had a baby when I was 17, but I was a baby having a baby. And like, when I look back at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, all of that still feels like young. Like I was young, and like I actually look back and go, how did I do that? And now that I'm 27, and it's only been since, like you said, 24, which is so funny you said that, because like 24, 25, 26, 27, I really began, you know, I've not changed that much in those 4 years. I've actually, as in maturity level, I feel like I'm quite solid in that. Whereas before then, I felt like I was learning so much, you know what I mean? I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, it's I don't know how we got onto that. We're like trying to be so profound over a Britney Spears album. But however, I think it's not just a Britney Spears album anymore. It's not just a pop record. It's like this is now that when we look back on how her life has changed, you know, and was, you know, her growth was really stunted. So it's like she's now in her 40s and probably now only able to do things that she hasn't been able to do since she was in her 20s. It's actually quite a good correlation with, you know, she's probably learning stuff that she didn't get to learn.
Literally. And like, do you think she'll come out with like a music again? Because like, Wow, that would be interesting.
I don't know if that would even be on her mind, right? Would it be? I don't know.
Yeah, because like imagine if she came out with this album that was just so her and was really personal. That obviously would just be amazing, but it would have to be done. Everything would have to be her and her, like people she really trusts and everything to do it. But that would be iconic.
Yeah, even if she teamed up with like some, strong, that even if, the Gagas, the Beyoncés, people who can, help her, guide her and, allow her that freedom. I think, definitely like a Gaga, just to allow her that creativity.
That'd be so good.
Yeah, and not even like...
And Gaga would be so cute.
Yeah, and not even to like necessarily collab, but just to help her or like, allow her that voice within the studio.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
The next song is When Your Eyes Say It. Let's go.
I love to hear you say that you love me. And I love the way with just one
I do like that.
You'll never leave. And the words they say. Oh, so I say yes.
It's too repetitive. Honestly, like, when it started, I was like, actually, I do quite like some of the elements of this song. Again, like, I was like, I like the guitar. I like the rhythm, I suppose. I found her voice to be slightly creepy in parts.
Yeah, when she's talking, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. What did you think?
I like what I thought was a guitar like you did, and it's like this dun, dun, dun.
Oh, yeah. I like that too.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite part. Yeah, I'm just like, okay.
How funny that we're just having this experience. It's our first time reacting together, like yesterday and today, and we're listening to an album where we're like,
Yeah. Not that I thought they were going to be amazing albums, but I definitely...
No.
Better.
Yeah, same. It's interesting. It just shows the bops, like the big ones, are the ones that everyone knows and loves and talks about. Whereas like with some other artists, you're like, oh, have you heard this song? And they're like, oh no, it's like, oh, it's on the album. But like, you don't ever hear that about Britney. You don't hear, have you heard the song One Kiss From You? No one cares. Well, sorry. I mean, I'm not saying that's true, but in my opinion, I imagine it to be that way.
The next song's like the last song closing out is Dear Diary. So I'm like, I just really hope this isn't some cringe montage of her actually speaking about her diary.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's also the other thing I wanted to say. Number one, yesterday you mentioned about the tape turning over.
Yes.
Remember you said it? Yeah. And it's definitely had that feeling again, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's got to song 6 and the turnover came at 7 and all the songs have been a bit different. But also all the songs went from being don't tell me what to do, I'm my own person, my identity, to now being everything about this man. Oh, like how weird. It's like it's gone back in time.
No, like roller coaster, because even it had too many not that empowering is a bad thing, but we got sick of it because it's like
I hear you.
the same thing, so there was no diversity. Now she's like, all right, well, if you don't want me to empower you, I'll be a Suki Lala. And we're like, no, not that Suki. Like, you don't need to just...
It's exactly that, though. It's like two opposites, quite literally. Wait, what happened? I bring back the empowering ones.
Yeah, like, whereas I'm stronger than yesterday, and now all I need is one kiss from you to make me complete and whole.
Oh my God, literally. I literally can't deal with that, though. It's like, oh, God.
Let's wrap it up, and then we can give our final thoughts, which I think is pretty obvious by now. Dear Diary, let's go.
I wonder if anyone will even watch this far.
Dear Diary. And I wondered if he noticed.
Oh, it sounds creepy again, like she's really young.
Then you do. I'll confide in you. Dear Diary. Today I saw that book. Should I tell him how I feel? Or would that scare him away?
Oh my God, I hate it.
She is the writer on this song.
One touch of his smile.
Her voice is gorgeous, but
I thought my heart could feel will be so much more.
okay.
That was 2 minutes 40. That's enough.
I was just about to say, like, I'm actually genuinely glad, like, with the length, and it didn't, she said Dear Diary a lot, but there was other little bits. It wasn't, I don't like the lyrical content again. I just don't.
I wonder if it was actually her diary entries. That's how she got the writing credit. Because I'm like, that's the only way. Like, I'm like, did they use some of her diary entries from when she was younger? Because I'm like, why was that the only song she's written?
Or maybe she didn't, and they just did it like that because they wanted it to be more personal. I don't know. Maybe she did, but also you have to think, at this point, she's really been like, this is who you are, this is how you're going to write, this is how you're going to be. Even though she wrote it, I don't think that suddenly makes it totally her authentic self. I think she's still the product. And listen, I understand having a crush on someone and being like, oh my God, I can hardly breathe when I see them. Like, I don't know what to say, I get butterflies. Like, that's cute as fuck, but it's the way it's done. She's literally being like, oh my God, when I see them, I am literally so small and worthless compared to this God. It's not a great place to be, you know what I mean? When I say like, oh, I'm not like that in my relationship now, but I've been there when I was 18, 19, where I've been like, oh my God, when they put their hand on me, I feel like I'm theirs. And it's like, but then that relationship turned out to be fucking awful.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if a relationship have so many intensities like highs and lows, it's toxic. It's like relationship should be like easy. There shouldn't be this like constant need to be with them, because why do you need that so much?
Yeah, and also what I find with relationships, like when you actually grown up, it's like even if you do argue, the thing is you sort it out, and each argument something gets better. You know what I mean? Like you constantly evolve, you get through things, you get over things. In these types of relationships where it's all like love in that way, it doesn't do, it's just up, down, all around, and it's bad for you at the end of the day. And also it is just like that whole a girl pining for a man sort of thing. And you know, it'd be awful if it was the other way around too. I'm not just saying it like that, but of course it is written this way because she's a young girl that, you know, and you could just imagine like weird creepy men being like, oh yeah, you want me, and it's like, no.
Yeah, I think the thing that disturbs me the most, and not to like, well, it's weird that guys have written these songs for her. And I know guys help a lot of female artists, but I'm like, it's just creepy that she's so young, and the songs and we've said it, the songs that are being written in such a way, and they're written by men for a girl. I don't know. It just doesn't sit right. It doesn't feel authentic.
No,
it feels creepy.
Absolutely. And when you think of like Lady Gaga and Mark Ronson, they did Joanne together, but obviously Mark Ronson is mainly the producer and Lady Gaga wrote the songs. But imagine if he was going, actually I don't think you should say this or that, you know, it just wouldn't fly. You know what I mean? Like nowadays there are a lot of male producers and writers and whatever, but they're there, you know, to empower, which is nice, whereas then it didn't feel that way at all.
Yeah, so it's sad, but I think it's awesome to then go, look how far we've come, and it's so nice to hopefully, you know, if she starts singing again, that she's, you know, really singing her stuff or things that she wants to do.
Yeah, I'd be so interested to see that. I would be I would be so here for it. I'd be like, yes.
Yeah, I literally would be there. So the next one is self-titled. So it's again a year after. They're just like popping them out.
What? A year after?
Yeah, 2001. And again, the first song's I'm a Slave for You, and then the second song's Overprotective, which I presume are the two big ones from...
Actually, I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman.
Yep.
That's also, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Creepy as well. I Love Rock and Roll, know that one. But obviously that's a cover.
Not that I love covers on albums when it's like, you know, you're here for the artist, but it's cool that she's kind of got one on each. I think that's cute.
I do. I like that too. And I love the I Love Rock and Roll cover. So what did you think?
I guess, yeah, I think you had to really grow up with her, because just from these two albums, I can't imagine I would have loved her and wanted to follow everything she does, post these. Like if these were the only two albums I heard, I wouldn't care to listen to anything else by her.
No, I wouldn't either. I think as well, like you said, you have to grow up with it. And, you know, funnily enough, I was talking to my boyfriend. Baby One More Time album was his first ever album that he had. Literally, he was like, oh, it's the first album I've had.
Wow. So he will be on those comments going, this is the best album ever.
He was like, oh yeah, it was Soda Pop on it. I was like, yeah. And I was like, do you remember any other songs? And he was like, no.
Yeah.
Like he knew the hits, but he said he didn't remember the other ones.
Yeah.
So it couldn't have stood up that much for a first album you don't remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I only remember the ones we really like.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go.
Let us know down below what you guys think of the album. Were we on the mark, or did we go off on too many tangents? Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I mentioned, on Fern's channel, we have done the first album by Britney Spears. Obviously, go over and check it out. Subscribe to Fern. I'm so happy that we got to do this. We've, you know, definitely formed a friendship, and, you know, have been chatting and been dying to do these reactions. We've been like, what album, what artist should we do? Then when we set it on Britney, it was awesome, you know, because she's got heaps of albums. So if you guys do like it, let us know. You know, we can keep going through her discography and, you know, I guess fall more in love with Britney, you know, her musical side of it.
Yes, definitely. I hope so. I mean, we love Britney. We want her to be you know,
Yeah, I just want to feel that.
Britney.
Yeah, I want it to feel authentic, and it doesn't at the moment yet.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to say thank you, Ben, for having me on your channel, and thank you for doing like a video of me on my channel. Like, honestly, it's such a pleasure. I feel like we bounce off each other so well. It's actually kind of insane. I feel like I've known you for years. It's actually like
Literally.
odd. Like we chat as if we just really know each other. You know, I really feel that, and I really, 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 really appreciate it. So thank you, all of the loveliness that you are.
I think it was so fun. Thanks.
Thank you. How funny, like the way we're ending it. It's like, how do we end this?
You end the video.
Bye.
That is the reaction. I hope you guys liked it. Obviously, camera quality, it's on Zoom. It is what it is. I hope you just vibed with us. Agree with what I said. Let us know, like I said, down below what you guys think. Check out Fern's video. She is an icon. She is amazing. I'm so glad I got to do this with her. She's one of my favorite reactors. So yeah, to be able to experience Britney from the beginning with her and bounce off her, I just love hearing her take on music. And just, yeah, her mind is just incredible. So thank you so much, Fern. I know so many people out there watching love you and love your content. So if you're not subscribed, go check her out. Go check out the first album that we did on her channel. Other than that, the full uncut, that is on Patreon. So if you want to see even more of us, it's on there down below. Hit like and subscribe if you want to see more of me. I'm on Instagram, Grippin. Fern is on Instagram, Fern Stone Artist. I'm pretty sure I'll link all this stuff down below. Hope you're having a good day, viewer. I'm gonna go down. Dan is gonna go.